I'm here to tell you this morning, after this choice of Loveland at tight end, the spotlight is as hot as the sun this morning on Caleb Williams in year 2 as a quarterback. It's hot. I mean, it's red hot because we have seen so many weapons designed to elevate the Chicago Bears quarterback. It is like Noah's Ark. It's 2 of everything. The first pick by the Chicago Bears with the number 10 overall, the second tight end taken by the Bears in the first round in the common draft era since 1967. The other, of course, being Greg Olsen, 31st overall back in 2007. But this is the 5th straight offensive player selected by the Bears in the first round, their longest streak in this era. And Loveland now a Chicago Bear. More offense for the Bears.
Yeah, I liked the pick. I liked the thought of taking a left tackle. Unfortunately, Will Campbell, the price to trade up was extreme, and I don't think New England was moving off their guy. That's one. 2, the Kelvin Banks pick right before the Bears. We'll never know if they would have taken him had he still been there at 10. But what I'm finding amusing, amazing, is all the people out there that I can't believe we took this guy. What a terrible pick. The same people who wanted Ben Johnson as the head coach. Oh, can we please get Ben Johnson? He's the number 1 guy. This was his pick. This was his guy. He went to polls and said, that's the guy I want. He was a tight end coach before he became an OC. He was one of the best OCs the league has seen in eons. And this was his guy. He wanted him. But I don't like the pick. This is your coach. He wants him. He thinks he's a stud. And start reading what some of the interior people in the NFL think. They love this pick. And then Eric Galko, who picks all the players for the Shrine Bowl, said he's the second highest rated player on the board this year behind Travis Hunter. He said leave the quarterbacks to the side. Any other position, he had him ranked the second best player in the draft, and he said he's behind Brock Bowers, but he's the second best tight end I've ever evaluated. So let's let it play out. Let's see how he does, but our head coach got who he wants.
So everyone knows where I've stood when it comes to this draft because ad nauseum, week after week, I've talked about how the Chicago Bears need to be able to bolster their lines, offense and defensive line. I've been hammering home since the end of the regular season that the Bears need to be able to get better with their defensive line because there's only a handful of times in my life as a Bears fan where I saw a defense not be able to get home to the quarterback, not get enough sacks, not get enough pressures. We did not see that enough last year under Matt Eberflus. Even though I like the linebackers in the secondary, I still said, again, ad nauseum, that the defensive line needs to be able to have more talent on it to get more pressures. Also, we talked about the offensive line, how the offensive line has got to get better. And the Bears were able to acquiesce and be able to give the Bears 3 new offensive linemen to go along with Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright, which is great for Caleb Williams. But I'm here to tell you this morning, after this choice of Loveland at tight end, the spotlight is as hot as the sun this morning on Caleb Williams in year 2 as a quarterback. It's hot. I mean, it's red hot because we have seen so many weapons designed to elevate the Chicago Bears quarterback. It is like Noah's Ark. It's 2 of everything. They've got multiple offensive linemen. They've got multiple wide receivers. They've going to try to fix the running back situation. They've got 2 tight ends. They've got a lot for this quarterback. And I just want you to remember, Bears fans, over the years, you have never seen a Chicago Bears team this equipped to be able to have this much talent around an offense like they have right now. Kap, at this point in time, based on the choice of Loveland and Cole Kmet at tight end, to be able to have DJ Moore and to be able to have Roma Dunze, to be able to have multiple running backs and a new offensive line, there is no excuse why this Bears team can't be top 10 offensively, based on everything that they've done. Because Ben Johnson's a mad scientist, you've got all these weapons, and now all you need is for the quarterback's light to be on in that helmet. Seriously. Because, I mean, think about over the years. In a draft like this, the quarterback, whoever it is, quarterback du jour for the Bears, all right, here's your 1 wide receiver, and then they got a bunch of scraps. All right, here's your 1 stud offensive lineman, maybe 2. We'll see what happens. Here's your 1 tight end. If you give him the ball, fine. If not, it's okay. No, what they've done here with the Chicago Bears is a commitment to be able to have a strong offense. So that's great, Cap. But again, the question still stands. What are you doing about the offense and defensive line? That's why you have day 2 and day 3 of the draft. I get that. But just understand with Loveland, fine. It's an embarrassment of riches for Cole Kmet and the rest of the offense and Caleb Williams. Now what are you going to do about the rest? There's no reason why they can't be top 10 now unless Caleb Williams is not the guy. Because think about it. All the quarterbacks you've seen, when have they ever had this? When?
They haven't. They haven't. And you are exactly correct, my friend. The sun will be cooler than the heat on Caleb Williams if he doesn't deliver.
Because then you'd say, well, he's fostering along. Well, he only has one wide receiver. It's just DJ Moore, or like Justin had. Oh, you just only got DJ Moore and the rest. Oh, you only got this one offensive lineman. Oh, you got this one running game. Cap, you've never seen anything like this. Cutler is somewhere smoking, shivering in a corner like, where the F was this for me?
Right.
Right?
Oh, who's the number one center in free agency? Oh, he went to the Bears. Who's the number one available guy at left guard? Oh, he went to the Bears. Oh, he's a 2-time All-Pro the last 2 years. Oh, he was the Chiefs MVP. Wow, he must be a really good player. The guy at right guard. Yeah, he was injured last year, but signed the year before for $51 million. And he played for Ben Johnson, and he loves him. Wow, pretty good. Who's at right tackle? Oh, he was a first-round pick, 10th overall, and they really, really like him. He's a really good player. Sounds like he's got some kind of a fashion of an iron gate in front of him.
Yep.
Yeah. Who are his receivers? Oh, DJ Moore, who's one of the top 15 receivers in the league. Rome Odunze. Oh, they got him with the 9th overall pick last year. First rounder, All-American. Wow, pretty good. How about this kid they got this year? Oh, Bleacher Report gives him an A grade. The guy from the Shrine Bowl said, second best player in the draft other than the quarterbacks. Leave them to the side. I evaluate them differently. Just below Brock Bowers of any tight end I've ever evaluated. Sounds like the quarterback's got a lot of weapons.
Yes. For a second-year quarterback. In this spot, in some teams, say it's the Atlanta Falcons at the time getting Kirk Cousins, you bring in the veteran quarterback. Or if you're Detroit, okay, you know who's perfect for this that could be able to harness this offense? Jared Goff. That's what you would do in this spot. Like, well, here's all these guys, Jared, here you go. Okay, I can work with all of these guys because but it's the second-year quarterback, Caleb Williams. I'm not saying he's going to fail, Cap. Absolutely not. I'm rooting for the kid, just like you're rooting for the kid, like most Bears fans are rooting for the kid. What I'm saying is that there's going to be a lot in that helmet to deal with. And you know what happens, right? It's DJ Moore and the disconnect with DJ Moore we saw at times last year between Caleb and DJ Moore. Hey, man, I'm down the sideline, my hand up. Why are you checking it down to Gerald Everett? You know? He's got a lot to work with. He can be able to connect to Rome Odunze and DJ Moore and Colston Loveland because Loveland, not just a tight end, not a guy that just can block, but also a terrific route runner as well. Almost wide receiver-like in that regard because of his speed.
He's more of a wide receiver in a tight end body. That's very well said.
With Cole Kmet, who wants his touches, okay? Also, whoever is the running back, DeAndre Swift or whoever. So what I'm saying, Cap, is that, with this pick, when I saw Loveland on the board, first of all, I thought about Shea because when he went through his breakdown, he chose Loveland over Warren at the tight end spot.
That is correct.
Awesome. Great.
Great job.
But then what about the defense? What have we been talking about for months, you and I? Shore up your lines because that's how the Lions do it and the Chiefs do it and that's how the Eagles do it. And so it's great that Ben Johnson was able to stick his beak in there and go, I like the 2 tight end set. Okay, well, you can have Colston Loveland, but what about the rest? Cap, I don't expect for the scoreboard to be lit up and try to win ball games 32-28 every game. You got to make some stops here.
Well, now
that makes a difference.
You got 2 of the first 8 picks in the second round tonight. I would hope they can get left tackle addressed, the kid from Minnesota, really good player. And then you got to get a rush edge or a D tackle and a running back, a nice shiny new running back, as they say in draft day. But the other thing I would say to you is all these people with the grades. we'll figure out how the grade should be 3 years from now. When you look back and go, wow, that was a hell of a pick, or that was a bad pick. Do you know what the grade is on the pick the Lions made at 12 in 2023?
D minus. Yeah.
D minus. D. Jahmyr Gibbs. He's only one of the best players in the National Football League. So don't pay any attention to the grades. The head coach you all salivated for, that the Bears paid $13 million a year to get and beat every other team in the league that wanted him, this was his guy.
And I always laugh reading through the draft grades because half of them on the negative grades on Colston Loveland are all saying the same thing. You could have traded back and gotten him at 16.
No.
I don't know that there was a trade on the table. Nobody was racing up to get the 10th pick. And it's very well reported the Colts were taking Colston Loveland if he were available.
Correct.
They settled for Tyler Warren.
That is correct.
People just make up this idea. Player would have been available later because my mock draft simulator said so. No. The Bears had to take Loveland at 10 or they were never getting Colston Loveland. End.
Yeah, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and the Bears love Loveland. And so he's the pick for the Chicago Bears. We're going to hear from Loveland and get your reaction. What did you think of what the Bears did at number 10? Thumbs up or